This is Josiah Plays Pillars of Eternity, Season 2. Alright, we're playing Fury of Fire Snake, the evil solo barbarian. And we were going through Radric's Hold, and we found a place that we couldn't proceed, because all the doors are locked or hidden too well for us to get through with our mechanics. There is but one door we could possibly get through, but we don't have enough lockpicks to get through the door. So we have to go back to town to buy some lockpicks so that we can then come back here and get in there and murder Lord Radric and his people. Gotta go get some lockpicks. So off we go back to Gilded Vale. Population, whatever it was before, minus 17. My stream title is These Citizens of Aora Aren't Gonna Murder Themselves. Jen, you love this game and you never even played it? Oh, that's good. You should really love Tyranny then. That's the one I'm going to be streaming on the 10th. It uses the same engine, it's from the same developers. Its gameplay style is the same as this, but it's all about being evil. What happened to the 17? I killed them. I murdered them all. Well, 16 and a cat. 16 and a cat, in fairness. But you know who I didn't murder? These friendly cows right here. Because I'm not a monster. Well, I am a monster, actually. I am definitely a monster. But I'm not enough of a monster to kill cows. Who would do that? Who would do that? Let's come over here to the inn. I also didn't kill Aloth. I did kill Durance, though. I took his staff. Aloth's still standing here, not dead. Cats are horrible. Honestly, cats. People and their cats. Dogs are great. Dogs are fantastic. Dogs are like a legitimate good friend that you have. Where, you know, it's a two-way relationship where you both get something out of it. Cats are like that one person you know that's just a fucking energy vampire that does nothing for you and just always expects stuff from you. And you know that person. That's cats. Yeah, I killed Durance. Had to kill him. Had to take his staff and had to leave his dead body laying there.
Hail and well met.
Does she sell lockpicks? No, she doesn't sell lockpicks. She doesn't sell lockpicks. I'm about to sell a ton of shit though and make a lot of money. Yep, killed him. I didn't like the questions he was asking. He knew too much. I killed Kalisha, the woman that is your little party member at the beginning of the game also. Riveting selling stuff gameplay. Well, I've only met 3 of the actual companions, not counting Kalisha, who I murdered in the beginning. I've met 3 of them and I've killed 1. Adair and Aloth are still standing. For now. Oh, I'm making fat monies. I have so much money, it's amazing. That's a lot of helmets. Yeah, I learned that at the end of the game and was pretty surprised by it. Selling some books, selling some books, selling some books, yeah, I'm selling some books. Alright. I have a lot of money, but this person doesn't sell lockpicks. I'm tempted to kill her, but I still need her. I still need to rest at this inn sometimes.
Greetings.
If I ever play through this game again for real, which I will eventually one day, I will definitely take Aloth with me. I'll take all the companions I didn't take last time. Alright, blacksmith guy, you better have some lockpicks. I should kill all these backer NPCs as well. Just because they piss me off and they have ridiculous descriptions.
Good day to you.
Lockpicks, please. There we go. Need those. Now I can actually proceed in the fucking game. Yeah, she was a little obsessive about the fortifications vulnerable to the cannons. She went on and on about that shit. A little bit ridiculous. I liked Bird Lady. Alright, let's go back. So I need to go into the sewer entrance, I think. I got my little dog following me. In my headcanon for this playthrough, I've been feeding the dog the flesh of all the people I've been killing. So I've turned the dog into a man-eater. Even though it's just a little puppy. It likes to eat human flesh now. Human flesh eating dog. Alright, now I have the lockpicks, I can get through here. House Dominel and some silver fennings. Wait a minute. This doesn't lead through? Okay, I'm fucked. I'm actually fucked. I thought this was gonna lead through. This is the only door. I can't... Hold on. Let's just make sure. Yeah, this isn't gonna help me. I don't think I can get through to Lord Radric without any mechanic skill. Because oh, I did find it. Okay, I found it. Before, when I came here and searched, I wasn't able to find that. Okay, but this time I found it, so I will actually get to proceed. Thank you. I hate wizards, though. I hate wizards. I mean classic Vancian wizards, like in D&D or this game. I'm actually gonna play a wizard type in Tyranny for my first character because the spell crafting system they have in that game looks awesome as fuck. And all the spells are on cooldowns rather than a per day system, so it's actually something I can enjoy. I did like the split personality part of him, but didn't like the fact that he was a wizard. Nedmar, this frail old priest is hunched over a table, surrounded by scattered scrolls and parchment, examining their contents with the aid of a thick monocle. He glances up as you approach, blinking rheumy eyes.
More visitors, then? You're not one of the acolytes, or the guards, for that matter.
His voice is a dry, quiet rasp.
Which makes you an intruder at the least. Colt put you up to this, I suppose. Yes, that would be him, sending young women to dash themselves against the keep's defenses.
I don't know about dash themselves. I have fucking mowed down the keep's defenses. I have killed so many people in this keep. Without too much difficulty, to be perfectly honest. He shakes his head.
Would that my sermons could draw such fervor. Still, you are here. What is it you want? Actually, I'm only here to pick this place clean.
Nedmar's wrinkled face twists into a troubled frown.
Are such things worth the risk? Lord Radric does not suffer thieves lightly. You will not meet a kinder fate for denouncing Radric's enemies. Whatever your reasons, I would caution you against making the effort. Radric is well guarded, and he has gathered his people after Colt's failed attack.
Plus, I couldn't have two people in my party, both voiced by Matt Mercer. That's Matt Mercer overload. I just had one Matt Mercer, and that was enough. It would have confused me to have two Matt Mercers in my group. Because he voiced Adair and Aloth. He makes them sound pretty different, but it's him. Nenmar shakes his head.
I do not want to see more lives lost.
Shaco is safe. He asked me to tell you about a carving you gave him.
Nedmar's eyes widen. With sudden vigor, he rushes forward to grasp your arm.
Oh, thank the gods! Thank you. I did not think anyone could. That is, I feared.
He shakes his head.
I did not want him to meet the pale night so soon.
Nedmar pulls away, collecting himself.
Here, perhaps this will serve as a reward.
Okay, watch it, Nedmar. You know what I do to people who give me shitty rewards. He pulls a large iron key from the pocket of his robe and hands it to you.
This will open a door in the scriptorium.
He points west.
And from there you can reach the chapel and Lord Radric without encountering quite so many guards.
Actually, it's the only way I can get to Lord Radric because I can't get through the other doors.
Take this too. I have little wealth to offer. Better to give something of use. I will entreat you before you go. Despite his shortcomings, Lord Radric follows the gods with obedience, and he has Gilded Vale's best interests in mind. It may be that with time he can achieve what he desires. Please consider this before you turn to violence.
You have no idea who you're talking to, Nedmar. This is Fury of Fire Snake. Violence is the only answer.
I thought you'd favor Kolsch as the Lord of Radric's Hold.
I favor him as he is, a man of vision. Kolsch has a hunger in him for rule, even if to good purpose. He is not led by his faith. Still, he is my friend, and I am willing to assist Kolsch in restoring divine favor to the lands of Gilded Vale. Should Lord Radric fall, that is.
Oh, he's gonna fall.
What does this key open?
It is a master key.
Nedmar wrings his hands as he speaks.
It will not open every door, but it will permit you access to the stairs leading down into the Lord's chapel.
It won't open every door, then it's not a fucking master key. What kind of bullshit master key doesn't open every door?
Actually, it only opens one door. We just felt bad for it, and to boost the key's self-esteem, we call it a master key. It will also open the doors along the keep's main hall, but you will face heavy fighting if you go that way. Do not have much time. Whatever your intent, Lord Radric will soon discover that one of his prisoners has escaped, and then you will lose the element of surprise.
Goodbye.
He knows too much. He knows too much. I'm sorry. He knows too much. I can't have this. Had to jib him. Had to jib him. He knew too much. Spirits, some people fear it, some people cheer it. No, spirits, some people hear it, some people fear it. Thanks for the key, old fool. Where's this alleged door that this opens? Isn't there a secret something in here? Like a passage of some kind that leads to the... Unlocked with the key. Ah, this is how I get up. This is how I get down. Through this key. I kind of want to go in the main way, though. Let's come over here. And over here. And down here. Now we're back on the main floor. Let's see if this will actually open this door now. Yep, it will. Okay, cool. Let's quick save. Okay, so that's where Radric and his people are, right at the top of that. So let's not go there just yet. He's got champions and favorites of Bareth. He's got all kinds of nonsense. This is that stair. So we could have just come down right here and we would have ended up in the exact same place. But I wasn't sure if there was more rooms between this door and the main chamber or not. There's a door we couldn't... Oh, this is the door to the room with the dead wife. Blood, still wet, runs from the woman's slit throat, soaking into the sheets below. So this is where Radric has just murdered his wife. Ow. Obnoxious burst. More like obnoxious burst, you know what I'm saying? I'm already wearing one of those cloaks. Blackened pages curl in the fire. A leather cover embossed with a rising sun and 3 stars is barely visible through the flames. So he's burning the Aothas Bible, basically. Because that's the symbol of Aothas. Ooh, I can get into all these rooms now. I can take all the things. Dusty old ledgers record the taxes paid on farmsteads in Gilded Vale as far back as 2632. Oh, I can't open that. Where does this go? Just to a loading screen. Oh, so this there must have been a secret way in here. But I can't detect it because I don't have enough mechanics. Probably a secret door right here. That's where I thought I was going to be able to go when I unlocked that first door in the beginning. As it turns out, I didn't even need to. Turns out, I didn't even need to. Alright, I think we're about ready to confront Radric. This is going to be a hard as fuck fight, though. Man. I'm about to get my shit pushed in. Okay, let's just... I'm going to save right now. New save file. See what happens.
Let her approach!
Flanked by a host of guards, all of whom regard you with mute hostility, Lord Radric VII observes you from his throne, clad in ornate plate. His eyes have a hollow quality, and there is a pallor to the man's gaunt face that leaves his features showing stark against his dark and unkempt hair. There is a dagger discarded upon one stone arm of the throne. That's the one he just used to kill his wife. A thin crimson rivulet worms its way down from the blade and past Radric's fingers, even as he leans forward to regard you with a piercing gaze.
It seems I have you to thank for the chaos spreading through my keep. I half expected some invading army.
It is unlike Kolsch to hire mercenaries, or foreigners for that matter. And you are not one of mine, so I cannot accuse you of treason.
Radric's voice is a low rasp, his gaze fixed upon you. He smiles grimly, flashing white teeth. His fingers close loosely around the pommel of the dagger as if to ascertain if it is still there, and then flinch away.
Perhaps he ought to have considered such tactics sooner. You've made short work of my guards.
His eyes narrow.
They were good and loyal servants, loyal to my coin if not to me. They deserved a better fate than you gave them.
What has my cousin promised you? Some grand reward? If he had any resources to his name, he would not covet mine. And if he had any honor in him, he would not have tried this here, now, when I have lost so much.
Radric's expression hardens. Okay. There's a lot of options here. I'm not here for speeches. I came to stop you. Kolsch is your cousin. What if you lost? What happened there? So there was a better leader. Kolsch didn't send me. I saw the body on your bed. Let's see how well honor works out for you.
Kolsch is your cousin.
Oh yes, we are kin, he and I. He was raised within these walls, in fact, privy to all the privileges our family had to offer. But a greedy man always hungers after more than he receives. however bountiful. I was eldest, heir to the stewardship of our lands, and he was not.
And he was not. Okay.
The legacy brought chaos with it. Panic and despair. Kolsch took advantage of that chaos, creating division in our ranks, luring loyal men and women to his cause. Good men, good women.
Radrick's gaze goes distant for a moment, and then he glances at you, and his lip curls.
He fled the keep in time, to hole up in the wilds beyond the village, to play at being a commoner and court favor with the people. And while he plays at conqueror, the Vale suffers. Families, traders, all. I do not have enough men to guard the roads and defend us from Kolsch's incursions both. My attention suffers, and so my governance, my family.
Radrick breathes out through his nose.
Nor can I make the effort necessary to bring about an end to this curse, if we are beset at all hours by his traitorous plots.
What have you lost?
Much. There is a plague among us here in Gilded Vale. The legacy is but part of it. The rest is fear, heresy, perversion. Each incident alone is but the flicker of a candle, but together, a blaze that will destroy us.
Radrick is silent for a few long moments.
The legacy makes men mad. Perhaps it does worse to women I do not know.
His gaze flicks towards you, searching, then turns away.
They cling to hollow promises, to dark and terrible things. Each lie permitted feeds the fire. Every whisper from preening charlatans and venom-tongued midwives. The words of false prophets, the promise of dead gods.
He clenches a gloved fist.
The flame consumed her. My Ygritte. And our child with it.
Radrick looks to the dagger, and his voice catches briefly in his throat. Okay, I got news for you, buddy. The flame didn't consume her. You murdered her, pal. Let's take some responsibility. I'm gonna point to the dagger and say,
What happened there?
A just sentence.
Radrick turns his head slightly to regard the dagger. There is a sudden, careful stillness in his expression. His voice wavers, and in that moment a pang of grief crosses his face.
Ygritte knew. She heard the verses from me, the tokens. She knew what I would make of them. The scattered god poisoned her against me, made her deaf to my instruction.
What an asshole.
Only when our son was born, that hollow thing, that monster,
Was it a botchling? Because that would be pretty horrifying.
Then we both knew what her crimes had wrought.
Radrick turns a baleful look upon you, jaw working, face flushed and splotchy with emotion.
It could not stand.
Oh, I'm gonna fucking kill this guy. He brings up a hand suddenly toward his temple, obscuring his face.
What does Kolsch know of sacrifice? He would indulge himself. Let us succumb, one by one, and suffer Barrett's punishment, until the final soul goes to its keeping, never to return, and Gilded Vale is but a barren land.
Well, I've sent quite a few souls to its keeping, just since I've been here.
I wouldn't talk of honor if I were you. I saw the body upon your bed.
Radrick's face darkens with sudden fury.
Do not know what you speak of. The blasphemies that fell from her lips, the dead things she brought into the world as a result. Gilded Vale's laws hold true for all within my lands. None can be exempt. Ygritte received a just sentence, whether her title or her worth to me. Whatever her title. Whatever the cost I bear. You speak in ignorance.
Oh, I hate these crazy motherfuckers.
just as you have stumbled in ignorance upon my foolish cousin's plots, without understanding what is at stake.
Kolsch didn't send me.
Did he not? Or do you throw his name at my feet to spare yourself?
Radric sneers.
He is counting on you all the same, a distraction at the least, and an able killer at best, so long as he can use your presence to his advantage.
Yeah, this shit is fucked, Jen.
He relishes such opportunities, striking where he can from the shadows. Kolsch lacks the strength to see the matter done.
Radric motions to you.
So he relies upon stronger allies.
You are a pawn in Kolsch's designs, and he has kept his motivations from you for a reason. I wonder if you understand what it is you do, or what you might accomplish if you were better informed.
He studies you with fierce intensity. I'm being fiercely studied, yo.
You have proven your competence in your way.
In my
And
way?
had I such an ally, we might together put an end to Gilded Vale's woes, lift the curse once and for all, and in doing so, return us to a life where such strict measures are not necessary.
I don't care which one of you is on the throne, so long as I get paid.
You have proven your strength, if by unfortunate means.
Radric waves a hand, gesturing toward his guards.
And I am generous to those loyal to me in turn. If it is coin that moves you, you should know that a Thane of the Deerwood makes a far greater ally than a penniless pretender to the title. I can offer you a reward if you will put an end to this rebellion. I can waste no more resources on Kolsch. He has robbed me of too much. Kill him, and I can refocus my attentions upon this blight. Between the priest and my animancer, we can determine a cure. My family will be the last to suffer for this legacy.
Yeah, I'm down with killing Kolsch, and then I'll still come back and kill Radric also.
And you will wake a richer woman come morning.
I'll find Kolsch and put an end to him.
Good. You will not have to look far. His camp lies in the wilds past Gilded Vale. His scouts watch the roads and warn him in advance of my forces. But you should have more luck. Deal with him, and then return here.
Radric sinks back in his seat. Success seems to have leached some strength from him, for there is a haggard weariness upon his face now. I just leveled up. Level up. Get a little more athletics. Maybe I should have a little mechanics. No, fuck that. Sticking with the concept. Alright, I've got some choices here. I can take Barbaric Yop. Or Barbaric Yell if you prefer. Price per encounter, frighten some dudes. 25% damage while endurance below 50%. That's pretty hot. Pun intended, because I'm a fire person. Brute force. Attack fortitude instead of deflection if fortitude is lower. That's pretty beautiful. Wild sprint sounds fun. I don't like 3 per rest very much, though. 1 stands alone. Ooh, 1 stands alone is good. Barbarian makes a courageous stand against all attackers. Grants a melee damage bonus when the Barbarian is adjacent to 2 or more enemies. And the Barbarian cannot be flanked unless engaged by more than 3 enemies. Bloodlust. Imparts an unquenchable bloodlust to the Barbarian, increasing his or her speed temporarily in battle once he or she has personally downed at least 2 enemies. Man, that's also really good. I like all of these passive ones a lot. I'm gonna take 1 stands alone. mind yourself in here. Lord Radric's the only reason your head's still on your shoulders. Apologies, I'm on duty. Apologies, I'm also on duty. A lot of... Man, this is gonna be a tough fight right here. Watch your step. That animancer in the dungeon makes my skin crawl. Radric nods. Have you brought news? No, motherfucker, I haven't even left. I've been standing right here.
I'd like to know more about the Radrics.
Radrics, it is but I alone now, but the Radric name was birthed in glory. We have been stewards of Gilded Vale for generations. Its people look to us still for guidance and protection. First from the excesses of the Empire, and now from what dangers the Deerwood holds. I have inherited that duty. By my vows, by my title, so long as I am Thane, I will permit no threat against our lands, be they mortal or spiritual in nature. Radric nods. Have you brought news? Are you serious? We're sitting here having a conversation. You think what? Did I just check my phone and fucking, like, check the latest tweets or something? And then, come on, guy.
What has happened to Gilded Vale?
Aside from the fact that I've killed 17 people there.
The legacy, Radric breathes. Shortly after the death of the scattered god, Widewind's legacy fell upon our lands. He shakes his head, and despair came with it. How could it not when the curse took our children, our hope, from us? I knew that Bareth would not allow such cruelties, not unless we had lost his favor. Some in the village cling yet to a false faith, worshipping the dead god. They revere him in secret, even knowing what it brings upon us. My own wife, she continued her heresies against my wishes. And when our child was born, we saw then that no sin remains unrevealed. His jaw works. No man is free from Bareth's judgment. No woman.
Well, I'm about to bring some judgment down on you in a minute. Well, in a while, after I come back from killing that other guy. Radric looks to the dagger resting on the throne.
I will do what I must to ensure that we do not stray again from the path. But it has taken time to root out the last of these cultists within our village. Time Kolsch used to gather his forces.
Yeah, Bareth is the one... You know in the end where you have to choose which gods you're going to side with? If Seraphina had continued her adventure all the way to the end, the Bareth path is the one I would have taken for her.
This one will die as well. After.
Alright, so we're gonna go kill Kolsch, and then we're gonna come back and kill Radric. Because that is how I roll. We've already killed every single other person in his fucking castle. So... Go climb a rock. That's what it says on this water bottle that I'm drinking out of, because it's from the Yosemite Mountaineering School. Okay. Bum, bum, bum. Off we go. Alright. Wait, where the hell is Kolsch? He's in Magran's Fork. The place where I murdered Durance. Alright, where you at, Kolsch? His thing is up this way. It's over here. It's about time for the doggy to eat. Doggy gon' eat. Doggy gon' eat. Dog, 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 doggy gon' eat. Oh, that's a lot of dudes. That's a lot of dudes. Ah, the helpful stranger. I'm glad you've come. Do you have news for us? Kolsch brows furrow. Strange. I have not had word from the keep. Have you succeeded? Is Radric dead?
You lied to me.
Lied to you? How have I deceived you? Kolsch watches you a moment before realization dawns on him. Ah, Radric has filled your head with poison. He's no fool, nor would he miss an opportunity to turn my allies against me. Was it convincing, then? This final desperate effort of a man who saw, standing before him, an end to his years of cruelty? The whole of his family worshipped Aethas before the Saints' War, and now he strives to make up for their misplaced faith by shedding his mercy. I picked Harrowmont, I think. At least my first time. Can't remember 100%, but I'm pretty sure I did. Pretty sure I killed Bellin. Whatever he has told you, Radric's crimes are real. He will go on murdering his own people, his family. Kolsch's lip curls. What manner of lord is that? He lacks the honor of a mad dog.
Save your words. You won't trick me twice.
This is where I get killed, because this looks like a hard-ass fight. So be it. I'm sorry I could not convince you, friend. I will see to it you are given a proper burial. We cleared some of them out pretty quickly. Alright, never mind. I guess I got it. Got it! Barbarian power right there. Oh, hey, wait, Kolsch, what are you doing? Get wrecked. Jibbed. Yeah, I couldn't see myself siding with... What was your favorite origin story from Dragon Age Origins? Because I played all the Origins even though I didn't actually play every one of those games all the way through to the end. In fact, I pretty much played all the Origins at least twice. I think my favorite is Dwarf Noble. I like City Elf a whole lot too, though. I found Human Noble to be fairly boring. Even though that's what my first character was, the one that I played all the way through the game first with. Human Noble Rogue. I thought the best one, just in terms of writing and interestingness and what happened, was Dwarf Noble. Crutch is stowed under the bed. These guys are going to need more than a crutch. More than a crutching. I didn't like the Dalish one very much. Loved City Elf, though. Yeah, but you get to butcher And there's this one line in the City Elf one that's so good, just because of the emotional, like, context of the moment. I don't remember the NPC's name. The one that is like your friend or whatever, and she got raped a bunch, I guess, or at least. And then, you know, she's all sad and crying when you finally find her, and she's like, "Did you kill the men that did this to me or whatever?" And your response is something like, "I butchered them like dogs," or something like that. And you're all covered in their fucking blood, and you did. You just waded through those guys and killed them all. And it feels like it's like this comforting moment of like, as she knows that justice has been done. I don't know. Something about, I don't remember the scene perfectly, but I remember that scene seeming really good to me. I liked Alistair a lot. I didn't make him king, though. I made Honora, or what's her name? Was her name Honora? I think her name was Honora. Anyway, what's her name? Queen, with myself as her consort, or whatever. As my human rogue. Noble. Yeah, Shieni. I liked Honora. I was disappointed by how much of a dick or not Alistair, but Loghain was in that game, because I read the novel first. I think they released 2 novels before that game came out, and I read them both. But he was like really cool, like heroic dude in the novel. But then the older version of Loghain that's in the game is a total fucking douche. Yeah, exactly. She's so much more qualified. The idea of putting Alistair in charge instead of her is ludicrous. Alright, let's go. We killed Kolsch. Let's go back and kill Radric now. A tale of 2 dudes I killed. Alistair doesn't seem that smart to me. I mean, I liked him, but I don't know that he makes a great ruler potential. Alright, let's save again. Shit's about to get serious. Shit is about to get serious. First he'll reward me.
He brought news. Kolsch is dead, and the uprising with him.
Dead? So swiftly?
A peculiar smile forms on Radric's face, his teeth bared in fierce triumph, or else in pain.
Then you have succeeded where a great many have failed. Would that my captains were half so efficient. Gilded Vale owes you a debt, and you have removed the greatest obstacle to its restoration.
He makes a quiet, amused noise.
And rid me of a persistent hornet in the process.
Yeah, we're about to rid Gilded Vale of another problem in just a second here.
I pay my debts. I have here a sword handed down within my family for generations. It is yours. May it serve you well in all your future endeavors.
Radric gestures to a guardsman.
And of course you will be paid
Funny thing is, he gives me this sword, and then when you kill him, he also has this sword on him. So you get two copies of it, which is pretty funny. Justice.
Now.
Radric lowers his gaze.
Now I would bury my wife that I murdered and look to the future. We have a great deal of work to do before Gilded Vale is truly safe. Have my thanks for your service.
Alright, so he's happy. Quest complete. That's great. But let's talk about this sword that he gave me. How much do I love this sword? Justice. Well, it does the same damage. Has the same level of quality. It has crush damage instead of burn damage. Basically, it's equivalent almost in every way except for crush instead of, and it doesn't have the reach. Doesn't really look cool though. It doesn't have any special effects or anything. 22 to 31. No, I gotta stick with Durance's staff for now. But I'll have it as my secondary weapon. Okay then.
I have much to do now that this matter is settled, but know that you have allies in the Vale.
Not for long. Not for long, sir. Alright. We're gonna try this the crazy way first. Which isn't gonna go well. We're gonna try it the crazy way first. I should kill this Archmage before anything else. I should come over here and just ace this guy out the gate. But all of our killing of Radric and pals is going to happen in our next episode. That's right, that's going to do it for this one. So thank you for watching. This has been Josiah Plays Pillars of Eternity. And it's not fun to say the word pillars. Pillars! Pillars of Eternity. This has been Josiah Plays Pillars of Eternity. Season 2. Second playthrough. What have you.